Finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken short, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Seven's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Blue Dan, blue Dan. First. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. That's right, man.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down, Minnesota.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, over. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. I got you. Hey, flicker.
Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Come on, let's go. 49, check 49.
To throw, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hey, Charlie. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That good for 22 and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Jones. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready? 8 reads. Push them. Travel.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Roll out. Go.
Throwing Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Flush to his right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 2nd down, Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
47 to Mike, boys. 47. Check, 47. You. Say
Here's Cousins. He finds Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, it's Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Cousins under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. On first down, Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. 47's a mark, boy. 47. Check.
Now Cousins. This one complete to Smallwood. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. Third down, it's Wendell Smallwood. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Bailey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Jones looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case,
blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
53, Mike.
Go.
Jim.
Go.
Jim.
Smooth. Hey, rock it. Hey.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Rock it. Hard.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Agnew now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run this Smallwood out of the pistol. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here we go. 30 base. Leo.
Switch. Check 31.
Hey, Sam on.
Check.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Check.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Watch twins.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining, still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
47's the mic.
Hey, let go.
Hey, check mic 47. Check mic 47. I got you. Son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Clark.
You're all mine. Check.
Rose.
We good. Check 99. Check 99.
To throw is Cousins. Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Third and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Keep getting sacks.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Look at me. Go. Now.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Jones now operating from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best block.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
He's crashing.
Hey, foxtrot. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. He's going to let run fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, lock it.
I got you. Check. Press that.
Go on.
Switch.
Rock it. Hey, exit.
Hey, watch the ship.
Be grip.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Leo. Hey, Sam off. 52. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They try again with Cook, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think they factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On 4th down, Jones. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Get it. 60 or. Blue jaw Porker.
It's now third down.
Fire.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Ready,
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Yep. Go, go. Ready.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Jones has it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Julio Jones, 96 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Gun.
It comes to me, it's me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here it comes, here it comes.
Gun.
Cousins here to throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Go.
Check 13.
Hit it.
Now Jones on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
80 weapon.
52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Undercrush.
Rock it.
He's coming.
Hey, Delta.
Kill.
Hey, Jet. Hard.
49, check 49.
Lee Griffin.
Looking to throw. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.